So some of you guys might not remember me, but last year I spoke at the Spring Assembly at Unity Day, and I came out to all of you as a bisexual. I was really worried that people would treat me differently and my teachers wouldn't look at me the same and everything would just be really different, but it was actually incredible, and a lot of people came up to me and just told me, you know, like, wow, that helped, and they told me they were proud of me, and it was such an amazing feeling. So thank you guys. Every single one of you made it get better for me, and I hope that it gets better for you.
After speaking earlier this year in the assembly with Stand Up, things did get better with me and Matt. Everyone reacted totally well to everything that we had to say, and they appreciated our courage to get up and speak about those issues. I can't say how many people came up to us and thanked us for what we had to say and how that helped them get through the same things that they were dealing with, and it made me realize that it did get better with me and Matt personally, but we also help each other get better.
As you all know, I did a speech in the beginning of the year for the Unity Day Assembly. Before that, I was really nervous and really scared to actually do it because I didn't know what people were going to think of me. But actually, after I did it, I've been getting a lot more respect from people, and I've been having a lot more confidence coming to school. And I just wanted to let you all know it gets better.
Hi, I'm Kyler.
I'm Blair.
And we're transgender, which means that we are physically the wrong gender. Growing up, we were always uncomfortable with our bodies, but at a certain point, I accepted who I was, and I strived to become who I want to be, and it's gotten a lot better for me.
And for me, I'm still trying to accept who I am, which is a girl. And since I've started to know who I am on the inside, things have gotten better. I've become more who I am on the outside and on the inside, and things are still getting better for me, and I hope they become a lot better later. And it gets better.
It gets better.
Hi, I'm Alexa, and for those of you that don't know me, I have cerebral palsy. And for me, having a disability really hit when I was little, and I went to the park with my mom, and we were just like walking, and I remember like thinking of the movie Forrest Gump and how if I would run, it might disappear. So I tried it and it didn't. But I remember just being so mad at my mom and being like, how could you do this to me and why me? But I realized like eventually that it wasn't her, and like there's a reason that I have cerebral palsy, and maybe it's to show other kids that it does get better. And if you are struggling with something like me, I'm always here for you, and I'm sure other people will be too, just like my friends were for me, and it does get better.
Hi, I'm Emily. Last year I was hospitalized with anorexia. It was one of the most difficult things I've ever had to go through. Just coming back to school, talking about it, and having the support of everyone around me really helped me get through. And so I wanted to tell you all that little by little things will get better.
Well, after the entire Unity Day thing, a lot of people say that like the effect only lasts for like a week, but for me, like it completely changed my entire high school experience. It's more than just Unity Day. Like there are people that have actually been touched, myself included, by some of the things that have been said, and if nothing else, it's something to make people feel less alone. No matter what you think, you're not alone. There's people in your exact same situation. Like we said, there's a twin for everybody. So you're never as alone as you think you are. And if you feel unloved, know that with every inch of my soul, I do love you.
Being the new kid in school, it's not really an easy thing. When I first moved here, my freshman year, I was that new kid, and it was pretty hard. I didn't have a lot of friends. Everyone kind of knew me as that Mormon kid from Utah. And then sophomore year, it was just John Reed from Utah. And then junior year, it was just John Reed. Now it's senior year. I've made some good friends, and I haven't really changed anything about me, so I'm still the same John Reed, the Mormon kid from Utah, but I kind of discovered that my fear of what everyone else thought was a lot less than the reality of what they actually thought. And so things just got a lot better for me with time.
It does get better. You'll learn so much about yourself as you go through it. And never forget that you're never alone either. So it gets better.
It gets better. It gets better because I said so.
It gets better, trust me.
It gets better.
It gets better.
Yeah.
It gets better.
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 Life gets better.
It 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 gets better.
Yeah. It gets so much better.
It gets better.
It always gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
Yes, it gets better.
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 It gets better. It gets better.
It gets better.
Everyone has a story. Know their story before you judge them. But no matter what your story is, it gets better.